There were count them, 3 musical distractions tonight. That's 1 per hour. You shouldn't even do more than 1 of those every 3 months, if that. Vince McMahon just doesn't give a shit anymore, does he? I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Raw. It's a go-home Raw for WrestleMania Backlash, because yes, WrestleMania Backlash is this Sunday. Even though it should just be called Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash it is, and man, they only mentioned it about 80 million times on commentary and 100 million times when the wrestlers cut promos. I get it. You want to push the goddamn card, and some of the matches look like they might be pretty goddamn good, but the name WrestleMania Backlash is so fucking stupid. I mean, I know it's obvious that after WrestleMania, yes, Backlash, they want to get revenge. We know. You don't need to shove it down our goddamn throats. What's next? WrestleMania Money in the Bank? WrestleMania Extreme Rules? WrestleMania Battleground? They might actually try to do that and then make everything cinematic and take place on a war field. Anyway, Vince McMahon's goddamn crazy. This show actually had signs of improvement. There were actually moments where I was like, okay, this show isn't all that bad. And then, oh, they do the musical distraction. Or they do a bunch of creative shit that I just don't care about. Or they're pushing some storylines that just don't interest me. But there were some good moments during some of the matches, so there were some positives. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. So, hey, they open with a match. I'm amazed. Charlotte, Shayna, Nia's superior immune system and inferior ACLs, and Reginald in a very dialed-down suit took on Asuka, Mandy, and Dana. And I was like, okay, I wonder how they're going to ruin this, because usually they open with a 10 to 15 minute promo, but they're opening with a match or letting the women kick off the show. Even if I don't care for some of these women, that's a positive sign. And then they have a big schmoz and they're arguing, and then suddenly, you know, Alexa's music hits, and her playground swing set is on there with Lily, the 5th grade art project that was shot out in 5 goddamn minutes. But oh no, Lily's making her do things. They're all swinging, and we're just here to keep an eye on somebody. And then the laughter and break. We come back from break and Charlotte is scissoring Mandy, and then they, later in the match, big old schmoz, they just, you know, everybody hits a move, everybody get in here. And then they had Shayna pretend that she, you know, didn't have control of her leg. Oh no, the doll has possessed her. It's like the skeleton key. No, wait, actually, this is better than the skeleton key. Yes, I found something that this whole, you know, Alexa Lily thing is better than, because I hated the skeleton key. It was goddamn bullshit. That being said, they had Shayna, who is a legit trained fighter and is one of the best athletes that WWE has on their goddamn roster, and she is doing as much good as she can despite this bad creative. They had to pretend that her leg was, you know, dead. No, she couldn't get up, and then Shining Wizard 1, 2, 3, Asuka gets the victory, and then we get laughter, and I don't know what the fuck this is. Some people have said that, oh, Alexa is going to be targeting Charlotte. Great. A feud that I really have no interest in, but honestly, I don't like this Alexa Lily stuff. It's like, it's the Calbrena Crusade. That's all it is. They just need more dolls to form the giant Calbrena. I actually forget what the fuck they call it. Calcabrena, I think is what it is. Anyway, Riddle, Xavier, and Kofi talk about bromados and a whole bunch of bro puns. And, well, why was the audio a little bit tinny? There were some audio issues on this show. I think they were having some problems with the Thunderdome. Maybe there was too much electricity inside the Thunderdome and it was interfering with all that stuff. Maybe it's like the movie Pulse, and everybody's just going to have to stop using electronic devices, which means everybody's fucked and nobody can watch videos like this or can watch Raw. But anyway, they were trying to, you know, have Orton and Kofi team up after they had, you know, the culmination of their blood feud about, you know, let's see, about a year and a half ago. And I get it. I get it that, you know, there isn't a whole lot of continuity when it comes to Vince McMahon's booking. I mean, hell, he had Steamboat and Savage team up at Survivor Series 87 after that great feud that they had, you know, that culminated at Mania 3. But still, you know, Orton just doesn't give a shit. And it's like, you found that funny just a little bit, and I didn't care. I didn't care about this. And then MVP's talking business with Braun. Hey, divide and conquer. Take out Drew and you could get a one-on-one match with Lashley. That'll work out. Oh, and apparently Ryan Ward was, you know, in Braun's locker room. That explains the little man that Braun was yelling at. Of course, Braun, Proud Boy Braun, would yell at a man that isn't white. Priest, Morrison, and Miz do some bad comedy. Hey, whoever wins this match between Morrison and Priest gets to pick the stipulation for WrestleMania Backlash. Okay, Jinder has 2 guys, one Veer and Shanky. I hope I pronounced that right. I think the Shanky guy was from that Superstar Spectacular or Spectacle, wherever the fuck it is. And Veer was the member of Indus-Sher that did not film Keith Lee winning the or becoming a double champion. Good job there. Not that the team was all that great, but seriously, what a way to pretty much kill your push. So, Jinder and Co. versus Jeff Hardy in 2021. Seriously, did anybody need to see this match 3 years ago? We saw it 3 years ago at one of the Saudi Arabia shows. I believe it was actually the first one, the Greatest Royal Rumble, and it was shit. Jeff Hardy could have somehow, hit complete dead air and somehow hit Jinder more than he did with that goddamn whispering. With goddamn, that was so bad. Hardy now disrobing as he's starting to feel it, says Adnan Burke. And Jinder wins, and life goes on dull as before. Sonya and Charlotte are talking, and then cut right to Elias and the Jackson Rectionist having tomato styles and almost arrive. And then he crushes a tomato, almost does. This is what's going to happen to our opponents. You'd think Riker would be upset about having a team at almost. He wants to hit him, but he can't reach because he's short, a small dick, and a small-minded prick, and he's a goddamn idiot, just like all, people that support the insurrection are. And if you think like Jackson Riker, get the fuck off my channel. What the fuck are you doing? Anyway, so why are the Birds for Real's entrance? I have no idea. RK Bro and New Day versus Styles, Almost, Elias, and Cracker Commander Riker. Tomato-based revenge. Attack of the Killer, tomato-based revenge. So, Almost, his offense was kept simple. I don't know if he's ever going to be great, but I will say they're doing the best they can to protect him. Match is fine, decently paced. I didn't understand a goddamn thing Corey was saying. Commentary really just seemed to be arguing amongst themselves, and it was annoying. Riker immediately starts targeting Xavier when he's down because he has to target the black man because that's what Riker does. That's what people like Riker do. Because they're small-minded, small-dicked individuals that, think that, oh, America, my freedoms, all that. So, yeah, RKO on Elias for 3. Oh, by the way, a New Day spun around, spin, or decided to spin Styles right round, baby right round, like a weird spin-a-rooney, the Styles Rooney. The Styles Rooney community. And yeah, so Elias got pinned, and RKO to both members of New Day, and then Riddle ain't happy. Or he is. I don't goddamn know or care. We are not going to do this in my office, says Sonya, while looking longingly at Rhea and Asuka. To be fair, I don't blame her. Yeah, you're going to resolve your differences one-on-one. Charlotte's idea, clearly. Lashley and MVP are interviewed by the Irish guy that is not named Sheamus. This is awkward. Sheamus then talks about champs who came before him. Anybody who comes before him, doesn't measure up. That's usually what happens after you come before somebody. You need to take some time to rest up. Have fun on seeing that. And then takes a shot at Burke saying, this guy's in over his head on commentary. And here's Humberto. Okay, I hope Humberto's okay because he crashed and burned on that goddamn sunset flip. That was really brutal. He'll be taken to a local medical facility for, bruising, and of course, you get it. Hopefully he is alright. Sheamus is declared the winner. Dorado and Metal Leak, I don't know what in the world was going on. It's a good thing they brought those subtitles, I guess. But they were alternating between English and, Spanish, which, whatever, is what it is. That's a good crossover appeal, but they're two guys that have been treated like flunkies for so long, I'm not going to take them seriously with a rebrand. And also, they're acting like these guys have been gone from Raw or SmackDown for, years. I think they've been on NXT for, 3 months, if that. And then Eva talks about ambitions, and she's either going to show up at WrestleMania Backlash, or she's going to show up on the Raw after WrestleMania Backlash. Which, watch them call it that, just to fuck with everybody. Cedric versus Shelton. Well, it wasn't dull. Cedric yelled a lot, and kept targeting Shelton's knee. I'm burying you, I'm burying you, I told you I was burying you. Gets hit with a T-bone, 1, 2, 3. Hey, there were rumors the Velveteen Dream was going to show up on Raw, and he didn't. Maybe they fired his ass. Hopefully they did. So Drew Gulak, by the way. Too many Drews on this goddamn show. It's like too many pages and cages on AEW programming. Yells at Garza about the Rose thing. Are we getting a rematch? Garza then says he's going to shove his long stem down Gulak's throat and make him choke on it. Make the pedals tickle him in places he can only imagine. Maybe that's just how I interpreted it. Moving on. Rhea versus Asuka. I give it 10 minutes before Charlotte attacks both. Well, she showed up 4 minutes in and joined commentary, and I zoned out because I don't find Charlotte interesting. I understand they're trying to involve her in this, and they're trying to juice things up and make the championship picture interesting, which you don't need to do because, sorry, Charlotte, as good of an athlete as she is, the championship picture has evolved beyond the need for Charlotte. And I like these two. Riptide, 1, 2, 3. The match was good. It was, but it's just Charlotte. Her droning and her, mannequin-sounding, mannequin-like behavior just makes me tune out. So then Drew talks about, Braun versus Lashley last week and then facing Lashley this week. Oh, I can't be taken out or I'm toast. I will win the championship at WrestleMania Backlash. Priest versus Morrison with Miz. Winner picks stipulation. Battle of the Network hair. Corey mentions Virtua Fighter. The last Virtua Fighter game came out in 2012. I was 31 years old. Corey Graves is mentioning a video game series that I don't think many people even remembered. The first Virtua Fighter was really, really dodgy. So, they kept doing this whole thing where Miz didn't trust Morrison. They kept trying to interfere, but kept, doing these various, kept doing these things where Morrison would get the victory or have the victory, but Miz would end up, costing him. Obviously, they're going to split up after that match that when Priest beats Miz at WrestleMania Backlash. So, yeah, hit the lights. 1, 2, 3. He fights Miz off and then hits another hit, fists the lights. And then he says, hey, we're going to have a lumberjack match. Cool! Lumberjack matches and Miz go like peanut butter and, I don't know, baguettes for Maurice. I have no idea. And Eva Marie is doing a photo shoot. You need to take 99 bad shots to get that perfect shot. Perfect shot where? Who the hell knows? I don't think she even knows what she's on about. I am not optimistic about this working out. You know what? It might. I'm not a fan of Eva Marie. I will say that she did defend wrestling, and yes, she said, oh, obviously it is not fake and everything, and that's good. Eva Marie is still, she was all red everything for a reason and knocked a whole lot of people and knocked a lot of social issues because of the fact that she's brain dead and also has a brain dead husband that gives Jonathan, every Jonathan a bad name. I should know because that's my full name. So this Sunday there will be, this Sunday there will be a reckoning. Everybody's gonna face, reckoning at WrestleMania Backlash. So, Drew versus Lashley. Mania rematch. It was good as expected. Hey, Braun's watching backstage and then attacks Drew and then beats the shit out of him and then slams Lashley and then sloppily slams him through the barricade and then slams Drew. I'm the monster. Oh. That's all I gotta say about that. Really wasn't much to the show. Anyway, I'll have my WrestleMania Backlash predictions probably up with the SmackDown review because I don't really care about that pay-per-view. Do you? Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.